Let's paint a picture. Imagine you're sitting in PE and the kids are out and they're throwing the ball around and then it rolls over to you. They ask you, can you please throw it back real quick? Your heart starts racing. You grab the ball, you throw it back. What the heck was that? Ball was spinning all the wrong way, and now you're sitting there embarrassed with your shoulder hurting. We want to ensure that this never happens to any of you. Today, I'll be teaching you how to properly throw a football. We'll start with the upper body, then we'll move on to what your lower body should be doing, ending with the physical benefits of throwing a football correctly. Now let's jump in. First, with the upper body. The main technique for throwing a football is called the circle of life. The circle of life is the basic form where you go from here to up and then finishing. And if you do it correctly, it makes a circle. So first, you want to go back and make a L-type motion. This is the most important part of the circle because it helps you get power for when you go to release. Then next, you want to bring it up, but it's not two choppy motions. It's all one step. And then ending with the come through and letting it roll off your fingers. When you bring it from this step all the way to here, you don't want to bring it outside because that will mess up your shoulder. You want to go from here all the way to back behind your ear, finishing letting it roll off your fingers. Now, with the lower body, you want to keep a very wide base. I know when throwing a football, it seems like the upper body is probably the most important part, but it's not. You get all your power and torque from your lower body. So you want to start out very wide as you're in that first resting power stance. Then you want to, as you bring it back, you want to shift your weight onto your back foot. And then as you bring it to your first stance. Next, as you bring it up, you want to start to whip your hips because this is where most of your power is generated as you come through. As you do this, you want to make sure that your front foot is pointed right at the target that you want to hit. Because if not, the ball can go anywhere, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So you want to put your front foot pointed towards them, load up, bring it back, and then follow through. Now, why is this so important? According to the quarterback doc, if you do not throw the ball correctly, you can tear ligaments in your shoulder, tear your rotator cuff, and easily strain your shoulder. And if any of these were to happen to you, there's 3 things that I recommend doing. 1, you need to rest because 2 seasons ago, my shoulder was messed up, and instead of resting, I just kept on throwing, and to this day, it's still not the same. Second, you can ice. Icing a lot with any injury really helps make it so that the damage is not as bad. And finally, there's a thing called a TENS unit. This is probably my best friend during the season. There's little pads that you put all around the muscles of your shoulder, and they send electrical pulses throughout them, activating the nerves, helping the pain not to be as severe. So next time you're sitting in PE and the ball rolls over to you, get up with confidence and be ready to throw a dime right back at them. Today, we went over what your upper body should be doing when you throw, your lower body form, ending with the health benefits of throwing a football correctly. Thank you.